All right, so here we are again, day 10, results coaching. Let's go ahead and get started. This week, we have been revamping our routine. We've been focusing on structure. These have been our elements of structure. Notice I have a little puzzle image over to the side because my question is, where does it all belong? So, when we began talking about routine, I said that there were three aspects: structure, quantity, and order. And I said we would focus on order and quantity in the future. I want you to think about a building that's being constructed. You've got your foundation, then you've got your frame. There is an inherent order in which those two are created. You don't build your frame before you have your foundation. You build that concrete foundation first. That frame comes up through that foundation. You start building that frame. So in the same way, those elements of our structure have their place in our day. So here's an example of my daily structure. You'll notice that first hour, I work out and pray. That's my reflection time. The next 4 hours, that's my high-level focus work. That's because I'm a morning person. I'm sharpest in my mornings. At 9 o'clock for 2 hours, I like to basically break from my focus work and do other things that make me feel productive. So that serves two purposes. It gives me a break. And again, it just helps me get other things done because I'm still sharpest in the morning. So I'm more efficient with doing those things. At 11 o'clock, I'm ready to take a break. I give myself plenty of rest, lunch, TV, pretty much whatever I want within those couple hours. Then from 1 to 3, that's more medium level work. I'm not as sharp as I was in the morning, but I'm still pretty good. So I focus that work there. And then the next 4 hours is really flex time for family, small errands, errands with family. And if I have to, some low level work, although at 3 o'clock, I really don't want to be doing any work. So finally at 7, I'm trying not to do any work whatsoever. This is strictly leisure time, flexible time for me. And then 10 o'clock, I go to bed because I know my body needs 6 hours of sleep. And I don't even have to set an alarm. My body wakes up at 4 o'clock because it knows my pattern. I said earlier, this is inherent because I've collected data on myself over time, and I've realized in order for me to be my most productive, my most balanced, my most focused, my most fulfilled, this daily structure works for me. This does not negate that I still have various aspects of my day that have to be incorporated within this daily structure. And sometimes it might be somewhat of a conflict. For instance, during my high focus time, I still am fixing breakfast for my kids. I still have to take my kids to daycare and school. So I've got to encompass that, but I learned how to maximize the time I have so that during that time, I can focus as much on my high level focus work as possible. And we're going to learn more of how to do that throughout this process. I want to share a quick statistic. Optimal focus time. According to research, most people need at least a solid hour, and 82% need somewhere between 1 and 3 hours of uninterrupted time to get deep work done. So 5 30-minute sprints equal 2.5 hours of solid, uninterrupted work, which is optimal in most cases. Again, my optimal focus time happens during the mornings. You're an afternoon person, maybe afternoons. Evening person for you, that's when your optimal focus time probably would be. That brings us to our assignment. Create a daily structure. Think deeply about the most natural flow of your day. When are you at your best? What does this look like? Create a daily structure, take a picture, and share it with me in our one-on-one chat. This is just the foundation. You will modify it as necessary as we continue our journey over the next 6 weeks. So again, thank you all for your commitment. We have completed week 2. Next week, we'll be working on implementing practices and strategies in order to make what we're already doing more efficient. So I'm looking forward to it. Have a great weekend. See you next week.